Because Hayabusa's biggest problem is when you come up too close, and considering that Jawhead doesn't really have a disengage mechanic where he brings himself along, therefore, if you dive too hard, you leave your backline open, and they're going to go with the Padang as well for that extra level of peel. This is looking kind of interesting.
Okay. Could this be an Idok Badang?
This could be an Idok Badang right now. I think it really depends on what Onic decide to go for their two last picks. The Phobius comes through. Oh, and a carry for Onic. Again, something we have seen before for Savero. He's very notoriously as well in the loser's interview whenever he plays the carry.
I think they blocked out the high loss by picking the carry.
They truly have. Again, the Jawhead plus the Suyo is already a problem for the high lows. Had the carry, say goodnight to a high lows possibility. But yeah, this is his second favorite pick over the Moscow.
There we go. That's the Franco as well. Interesting composition coming in from Rrq because now they've got, again, you mentioned Divide and Conquer. They have a lot of small synergies, and those small skirmishes can be very effective if they start that snowball. Onic, on the other hand, it's clear that they have certain synergies, but at the same time, their team fights can be very deadly, assuming they even find it in the first place. With that being said, I'm going to leave it to our casters here as we're going into game number 1 of the Royal Derby between Onic Esports and Rrq Hoshi. This is Leo and Merkel. Please take it away.
Into the land of Dawn we shall. In just a few moments, we'll be witnessing two world-class caliber teams out of MPL Indonesia battle it out for your entertainment and, of course, for the chance to top their group here in Mobile Masters. Mirgo, 10 MPL ID titles between these two squads. They've evolved and changed so much, but it seems like the metagame can only do so much to change the way they play. And I want to talk about that, Franco, because year in, year out, player after player, Rrq just produced so many good Franco players.
Hey, you called it, man. The Iron Hook lands instantly in the game. Keyboy had to eat that. It's either he got hooked or Purple Bob got hooked. Would have delayed carries clear quite a bit. But yeah, it's so strange how Rrq are always able to scout some Franco. Gods against Suns! Pull back in, force the flicker. This is Rrq Franco special.
That's a technical knockout in my books. Already
Another.
A massive, massive resource used up. Let's look at the emblems here. Oh, wait, unless Kaya wants to commit.
No, just a little bit of poke to Edok, you know, punishing him for bullying the duo mid.
All right. So that is a track and field run-in. Franco and Edok. Double movement speed buffs there. The Blessing of Wilderness and the agility. He wants to get around the map real quick. Suchujin here, looking to punish Kairi by stealing away that gold. So far, Suchujin has like a small EXP lead over Kairi.
Yeah, just a bit here. The gold crab did go towards Kairi. I wonder if it's just... Oh, I guess the lethal wanderer, right? Yeah, he got the lethal, was able to get a little bit of a lead, but not by too much here. And just because they burnt out both the flickers on Keyboy and Sans, they just have so much more tempo to play around the map.
Yep, they've been able to put themselves up front more to claim more of the EXP. Top lane is where the turtle will spawn first, between Dairin and Ryota. I think it'll take a while for Ryota to actually get to punishing Rrq Hoshi for getting in the paint too much. That's a Phobius. He needs some level of sustain.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Franco pick again, and I think it is actually quite a good way to neutralize the Jawhead. Obviously, it takes a lot of skill. This ain't something that you can pick up just in your normal rank games. You gotta be as good as Edok, as accurate as Edok. But Turtle 1 can be started by Onic.
Oh, where's the contest happening? It's already at a 5th.
Rin's actually gonna go up. Tyron able to go for the Fist Dragon. That's a double stun. Tyron locking him down. Sunsujin winning the Red Tree battle. Despite having the Jawhead, he's just gonna be bloody hunted as Tyron gets a double.
Dear God, Rrq Hoshi manhandling the members of Onic ID. Did you see that one sequence where it was a bloody hunt plus the Crimson Flare? Like, who was that? Was that Keyboy? Was that Ryota? They don't know where to go, up or down.
There's too much. And the fact that Rins was the guy who started all of it. Play Surge. Kai, a bit too aggressive, gets Edok down, but his Bond Force will be used up. Kai falls again. Second death, only trading Edok.
Toy is the boy you don't want to mess with early on. 3 minutes in, the Zaman Force defined what that team fight would look like. And yes, we talked about ad nauseum how a Suyo can fight deep in a pit like that against 3 or 4 opponents. Not when you have a Harriet that was ready to fight. Oh, Hook!
what I mentioned earlier when it comes to reading out the map. Jin not able to get onto Sans, doesn't go for the shadow kill, doesn't want to utilize that resource. But yeah, if you have a guy as accurate as Edok on a Franco, it acts kind of like a Selena, right? You just throw in these traps or arrows, in this case, a bloody Iron Hook over to the... Wait, they're just going to go for the skirmish again. Kairi.
Anime fight.
Oh, that's a shadow kill, a solo assassination by the mercenary. Toy in the bottom lane, also winning on this matchup. Rins is coming in. Goes in instantly for the Crimson Beacon. Savero pinned down with Unstoppable Force, and the ejector locks him back in the turret. A good flicker out, another blink for Rins.
See, that's the margin of error Rins is playing with. He can afford to be that aggressive. He can afford to get hit with the ejector because he still had his flicker. He knows the limits of his heroes. Now, what does Onic do with this? How do they turn around this almost 3,000 gold lead? The turtle is spawning in the same side of the map in the upper corner. What does this spell for Savero? I think, let me draw a silver lining here for Onic. The fact that it's so quiet down bottom means maybe they can come back through Savero.
Could be. That has been, plan B for the most part for Onic. If it's not Savero, it's both the S's, Savero and Sans. Turtle control, though, fully in control of the kingdom right now. That's going to be, again, the pin down over towards Ryota. Wasn't able to move the Iron Hook and the Sanguine Claws there. Going to be able to land as well, but Keyboy is a bit too low. Another Lantern Flare over to Ryota, forcing him to go and Infernal Pursuit in just to get bloody hunted.
Edok, ever so disciplined. Orthodox. He's looking for one more.
Oh, cancel. Doesn't go for the hook, just saves it. There's Keyboy, walks up. That's a shadow kill. Over to Sans, 1 HP. Good ejector from Keyboy to disperse that shadow kill damage.
Impressive juggle on the slashes coming in from Jin. A flicker was spent though. So that is more time for Rrq to keep on, keeping on, pushing it against Savero.
Still trying to escape there, but he's pinned down. Dyron is on a killing spree. And Leo, you were talking about, again, Edok doing so well, Rins as well, but for me, a lot of times, it's that XP, setting up for the team, and this time actually getting most of the kills.
You cannot deny Dyron's aggression. Hell, it sent Ryota away. Like, Ryota doesn't even want to lane against him anymore. Given we are in the post-laning phase, approaching the 6-minute mark, last turtle of the game, what are the odds of that spawning in the same spot up top? Chubby Wave left down bottom, Bike Toy, and this is good. I was about to say, hey, Rrq Hoshi, they're so far ahead, right? They're so aggressive with their lead. 5,000 in, they come in.
Kairi not gonna be locked up just yet there. Oh, it's Keyboy getting this match. So Jin dives into the back again, the shadow kill over to Ryota, forcing a flicker.
And they're underneath tier 2, juggling the turret aggro. Ryota gets popped by Rins, and they convert just as quickly. Cha-ching! Rrq Hoshi up 6,500.
Savero gets a trade in the bottom lane, but man, it is looking rough for Onic. 10-1, absolute domination.
That's an understatement, man. 6,500, 1-10. Here's the question. If Sans isn't well protected by Keyboy anymore, what do they do to protect Savero when Onic cannot protect that mid laner core, right? Rrq Hoshi at this point, I'll tell you now, they haven't even really used their flickers as much. The last time we saw flicker used by Rrq was Rins down bottom. So what if they started flickering forward?
Exactly. It's also the layers of CC to deal with Savero on the Purify. Initially, up against this composition, you could think, all right, Purify, that's the way to go for the carry. But then you look at it again, you Purify one, there's going to be a Lantern Flare, the Badang is probably going to bait it out before the Iron Hook, or vice versa, and then you're stuck just sitting there.
And there's a Deus Ex Machina. Flicker, suppression, flicker, bloody hunt. Like, there's nothing you can do against that. So now Onic have to go into problem-solving mode.
We saw it yesterday. Winter Crown, first item for the Franco. We thought, okay, they were so far ahead up against a lesser team, a newer region. They're doing it against Onic ID.
This seems to be Edok's MO. This is the way he does things. So it makes sense. Again, we can make sense of it. He flickers in. Again, Winter Crown and then re-engage, or I'll Bloody Hunt first and then Winter Crown and then re-engage. He's just making a hero that has like 6 skills. 7.
9,000 gold lead. They're beginning the clock at this point, Leo. 8 minutes in, we're seeing a 9,000 gold lead from Rrq, and they've effectively neutralized Onic ID from even farming. Everything's frozen up. There you go. Oh, there's an attempt, but the fist crack comes in. Keyboy flickering. Oh, gets great ejector over to Jin. Way too aggressive from the Merc, and he gets punished for it.
I don't know what the rest of Rrq Hoshi were thinking. There was enough attention placed by Onic in mid for them to try and defend down bottom. Wasn't even going to happen anyways. There was a holy shield down there. So lesson learned. Oh my god!
It's an Iron Hook. No Bloody Hunt just used yet now. Crimson Beacon coming in as well. And that's going to be Keyboy taking out Toy. Flickering out to the side with the Zaman Force. Kyrie walking up as well. But it's going to be, again, those dashes coming back to Zone 3 members. Tyrant gets a fist crack in the back to stun them.
Ryota does God's work though in the back line, taking down Rins. 1v1. Now he's running for his life. Can Rrq find the punish? The Y brush. Check the Y brush.
Tyrant on it now. Dodges away from the Infernal Pursuit. Say goodnight to Ryota here. He is going to be taken down. Quite staggered on the death timers too. So will be a free lord to Rrq.
He didn't want to go to bed just yet. It was way past his bedtime now. He should have died about 30, 40 seconds ago.
No
now,
90-night.
No 90-night, not for Ryota. Here's a quick Lord take for Rrq. They're on recovery mode as well. Again, they were ahead maybe 3 or 4 steps earlier, stumbled, and now they can get back on the driver's seat. Small wave push up top that Rins has to deal with. I wonder, does Rins... Oh, wow. You know what? It's odd. Rins is not building Skypiercer just yet.
No, again, this is the systematic Heskewed Rrq.
He don't want no crazy.
No. Previously, you know, in the past, you would see Rins go for Skypiercer. He's that type of dude to flicker forward, to make these plays, and to carry the game. Now, he knows when it is just a utility job for him. He doesn't need to go for Skypiercer. Might as well go Blood Wings, add a little bit more sustainability just to be there longer.
He's a role player, so he's on his way to a clock of destiny, for those of y'all wondering. And currently, the cores for Onic are still starving, folks. This is not a laughing matter. It's 9,000 head for Rrq, and now they're clocking in the base. Mid lane is where the Lord crashes.
Oh, Son's gonna be taken down by Sun Sujin. The mercenary finding a kill out of thin air. Still with the Lord in the mid lane, marching down. They're looking for it. Ryota trying to front line now. Sun Sujin, another quad shadow over to Ryota. Doesn't want to take it yet. Lord gonna be cleared out. Another wave. Crashing up top, Toy dealing with the base turret.
A slow and steady push by Rrq Hoshi. They want the siege. They want to win!
Fist crack by Tyrant on 3, locking them down, and Toy is just wreaking havoc. That's a double for Toy, a triple for Toy. San's going to fall as well. Everyone getting something in the end.